Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Floodland, episode 5. I have acquired a new clan. These people call themselves the Oak Hill Survivors. Now, they're not exactly aligned with the other two clans, so I've decided to isolate them here, on this island. We have a ferry and it's currently making its way across. This means that this, essentially one big district, is going to be populated by the Commune and Burkwood III. And we're going to nicely isolate the Oak Hill survivors on this island. This way I'm going to have no real issues with clans not getting along with each other, so hopefully this is going to fix the situation. As for housing, they have exactly 4 houses, so that lines up perfectly with their 16 pop. And right now, of course, there's no builders, there's nobody here working on this island. So hopefully, like this, and with setting up their own food supply, this island is essentially going to be largely self-sufficient. Of course, they're still free to take from the general supply, but since I now have a lot more mouths to feed, my food is going down rather quickly. I am considering turning this into a food production, but I already have the farms over here, and I'm not exactly too eager to not have these things do anything. The lumber mill is currently set to scaffolding construction mode. This way, I'll be able to start taking some of these buildings apart. This is going to need TNT, this one is going to need scaffolding, which I now have. And that again frees up some room for the rest. There is a a building here that should take care of these piles of rubble. So let's assign some people here, now that I have 20 people who are not actually doing much of anything. The people here are complaining about a long time between work and home, so be it. I will have to eventually clear up this area a bit, and hopefully getting this thing out of the way is going to free up some room for some housing, because it's basically one big mess over here. As for upgrading the buildings here, I don't have that much rubble, so I'm going to have to be a little careful with what I decide to upgrade. Yes, it's going to be more useful, it's going to provide one more bit of housing, but the problem is that I don't have that much and my income is still fairly limited. It's going to be about 32 per day, so I can essentially upgrade 1 per day. They are complaining, however, that their travel time is fairly long, so maybe they can start living here. Let's upgrade this one. And, well, the whole island here is a bit of a mess. This part I don't like, but it's what we have to work with. Now, seeing as I have a pretty healthy amount of population available, I can move over to here. But before I do that, I need to stabilize my food population, and that needs to happen pretty urgently, otherwise I'm going to run out of food. And if my people run out of food, I bet they're going to start getting fairly cranky fairly quickly. As for research, let's see if we can upgrade the field kitchens, because I am getting fish, I'm just not really turning them into food fast enough. So what do I have? Under survival, we got the field kitchen. I can upgrade that to a standard kitchen, which is going to turn 39 risky food into 39 feasible food, which is about a 20% upgrade. So I'll happily take that. It's going to take 400 wood, which I have. So hopefully these field kitchens these kitchens are going to be more useful, and make sure that they actually produce a heck of a lot more food, because I'm not getting anywhere near enough, at least not right now. I have currently, well, not exactly enough of a workforce for the logging hut over here. Can I upgrade this one? Oh, it's only going to take me 100. Fine, let's go for it. Let's do that. And I potentially can also upgrade the fishing situation. I can upgrade it to a fishing harbor. It's going to cost me 20 research points and I have 12. So while we're on our way there, I'm not quite there yet. Let's set this thing to Scholar's Debate. Have them at least crank out some research. And this way I might eventually creep up to being able to do that. As for the rest of the food, the balance I think is not quite telling the whole story, and probably can be improved. Let's do a bit more exploring, because I still haven't fully explored everything on this island. There is quite a bit more to get. The building over here can be deconstructed. I can adapt this into a fisherman's hut, generating additional raw fish, so risky food. It's going to cost me 400 plastics, which I do have. Sorry, 400 rubble and 250 wood. Let's do that. And that's going to have a pretty healthy range. So by the looks of it, 3 fish schools, I think. Which again is going to improve the amount of risky food that I get in. And then the kitchens here are going to turn that into safe food. As for water, I think we're fine. No guarantees there. It's, well, it's hoping that everything goes well. How are the guys doing over here? I got 6 unemployed people. Now, there is a building over here that I would like to explore, but I can't because I still need diving gear. Sorry, I need ropes to do that, which I do not yet have. As for the buildings over here, again, need rope, so I cannot do much with that. I can potentially build another exploration facility here. It is a bit of a tricky island. So I guess this is the next best spot, which is fairly close to what I have, but okay. If this is the room that I have to work with, this is what we're going to have to place down. Let's throw in some additional workers. I know they're all sleeping right now, that's fine. The house remnants over here, they've been scouted, but for some reason I can't actually remove them. These things I can collect, so let's... And as for the exploration going here, yeah, I think I can spare 3 people. They're gonna have to come out of this area though, which is not good, because that is not connected here, I think. Well, no. They're on the wrong island. Okay. Let's see if I can keep a water purifier running on 1 worker less. I do want to keep the kitchens going, because the amount of food I'm getting is not exactly what I would like. I'm going to take 1 worker from here. And I'm going to take 1 worker from here, because I'm now cutting down these woods too quickly. That should allow me the workforce that I need. We're going to prepare them, yes. I will take construction materials, because I'm probably going to stay here. Well, yeah, no, look. What? I thought I have... Oh. Did you guys just get administered to hospital immediately or something? Because I swear I freed up some people. So where'd they all go? That's a little weird. Take 1 away from here. What's your issue? Long travel time. Okay, so be it. Take 1 away from there. I'm going to take 1 away from here. There we go. Now we got 3 unemployed Burkutts. So we're going to add those people. Take construction materials with you. And we're going to set up a nice little base over here. It's probably going to be a fairly small operation. I don't need a lot. I just need to make sure it is connected to the rest of the area and that it can share resources. So if at all possible, I'll build a stilt bridge, but it might be too far. So I would have to come in from like here. Maybe. Maybe. That does connect it into 1 bigger district. What is your issue? Okay. I've got a plague doctor. So, you're the supposed leader of this colony. My name is Wilbur Whately. If you haven't heard of me, ask your elders. I used to be chief medical officer of the entire East Coast before the event. Wow. Okay. I still consider myself a professor, even if there are no universities to honor the title. A professor of virology, to be precise. I'm working on a treatment for black chills that's decimating settlements north of here. I lead a small group of people who survived the plague and a handful of my apprentices. We wanted to find a place where we could continue our research away from the actual danger of the sickness. It'd be wise of you to take us in. You might stand a chance against the black chills when it reaches your settlement with my scientific basis. So 2 clans are going to say, yeah, that's cool. 1 clan's going to say, fuck off. I'm going to say, let's go. The commune gained 7. These guys are now upset. These guys are placated, and the commune is glad. Okay, so I have additional people here in this settlement. That's good. It's going to give me a few more people to work with. Let's start generating some science. And as for the rest, I do need additional people on the fisheries. So you guys are going to get thrown into the deep end and immediately start fishing. This thing is now operational. Generating 135. No, sorry, that's the risky food that's available. 27 per day. This is the same as a standard fishing wharf. So I'm glad I got this building operational and that it's now working for me. Didn't seem to cost me that much anyway. As for right here, it does seem like this island's pretty much explored as is, so I don't think I need to do too much with that. How much scaffolding do I have? 2. Okay. So I can take this whole building away and free up some building space, but I'm not too sure what to do with it right now. As for the guys over here, they are a bit pissed. So let's see if I can get them a little happier by giving them a canteen. I don't want to have these people be too pissed off. We are getting some from the sorting lodge. They're in rubble mode. So yeah, they are going to take the rubble from here and add that to the pile. There is also something else that I've been meaning to build, which is the plastic recycling station. This one takes standard rubbish and turns it into plastic. Now, seeing as these guys don't seem to have a whole lot of work to do anyway, I might as well have them do this. Yeah, we're gonna put that on over there. There's 50 herbs to collect? What? Okay. We have 80 rubble. We're running lower on scrap. And I'm not actually gathering any scrap. How do I do that? Survival. Forager house, no. Oh, it must be in the growth. Sorting station. Allows you to sort rubbish, scrap, and rubble from large deposits. Okay. Enables collecting scrap in the air. I need 20 for that. I only have 12. We're going to have to be a little patient. Now, that little expedition of mine should now be here. And should be able to open up the power plant. So let's see what's going to happen next. We found the key card and it's working. The facility is opening. Oh dear, I'm so excited. I remember this place so vividly. About that, as our corporation enters a new stage, I should be more transparent. So, I thought I could leave the past behind, but here it is, following me at every corner. You may have already figured it out. It doesn't matter. I'll just say it. I'm Nicole Garza. The man behind the Rebirth program, who paid to have this power plant built, was my father. I was here when it closed down. I was only 12 when it happened, but I don't think I could ever forget. Especially when the fighting started. Over food. The spreading diseases. Those poor crazy people storming the facility. My father was a brilliant man, but he was a hard man, and he was no leader. He was incapable of making the hard decisions, a skill no amount of money can buy. I want us to continue his legacy together, but we'll do it the right way, deserving of a new beginning. 15 research. Very nice. Now that we're able to enter the Rebirth power plant, what we really need are some detailed blueprints and schematics to start prepping it for relaunch. This place is incredibly complex and very dangerous if not handled correctly. I know we've been preparing for this, but we should still find all the documentation we can on how to properly run and maintain the facility. Okay. I would look in places that have to do with the Rebirth project. Offices, logistics buildings. I'll give you the locations right away. So you already know where to find these documents? Really? Okay, it feels strange to be back. It seems much smaller now than when I was a child. We also need to repair the main turbine. Getting a small storage unit set up next to it would be a good first step. Sooner rather than later, my father's power plant is going to be up and running again. So I need to set it up on an island with a turbine, and I need to read the blueprints. Okay. So tell me, where are these legendary buildings of yours? And where here? This is where I can find the power plant blueprints. Very good. There's more blueprints over there in the stadium. Why the fuck there? Okay. Establish a storage island on an island with a turbine. Is this a turbine? No, it's the power station. What has a turbine? Factory ruins, factory, chimney. Or are they talking about that building right there? That's still something I need to look for. There's additional people there. Upgrade this, please. Let's see if that satisfies the requirement. New district established. Very good. The thing is, right now, I don't exactly have a way to get to and from this island. I do have my dock over here, my pier. So I'm also going to have to build one of those things over here. I want to be able to start shipping people back and forth. Exploration, pier. It's going to cost me 600 rubbish, which I have. It's going to cost me 600 wood, which I don't. But which I am relatively close to. There. Build that and get to work. Right now I don't have enough workers here. Storage with yeah, too many tasks to handle. That's understandable. Because I'm tasking them to do a lot, which is to build one pier. But they'll just have to make a few trips. Okay, who's not doing much of anything? The Helen commune. Oh, sorry, Helen O'Bannon. It's not this group though, is it? No, these are considered too busy. Homelessness. Yeah, I imagine I know where that is, which is here. Because this is the place that I just told these people to start living. Let's get them a fairly well-built house. Although that might be a bit of a euphemism for a ramble shack. As for the research, let's see. Food does seem to be doing a lot better than it was. I want to start working on that growth thing, the sorting station, so I can start getting rubble. Oh, sorry, scrap. Develop that. Very good. I don't exactly know where I can get it, though. So that's something I'll have to look into. What is the situation here? Why is there a flag? Don't know. Okay. So, what are the notifications? There are no more resources to gather within the research. Yeah, fine. 2 clans have bad relations with another clan. That's fine. I suspect that these guys, yeah, they're neutral to the others. This one has pretty hostile relations with Burkwood 3. Why? That's a bit surprising, actually. Because I thought that this canteen was going to fix that. But I guess, because I have people living all over the place, I'm going to need more. So let's set up another canteen and make sure that these people start getting along with each other a little better. Because right now I'm not so sure that they do. I need to find a fairly central place where these things all do something useful. What do I need? TNT. Right. I don't have that. This is going to affect 2 houses. That's not enough. This is going to affect 3. I can just tear this tent down and build it up somewhere else. So let's do that. Let's do the same thing for this. Whoops. For this one. We're going to have to rebuild our living areas somewhere else. So, well-being, shacks. Let's say I want to have a couple of the shacks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then add a canteen with it. Boom. Done. This is going to cost me more of the resources than I have right now. But I hope that taking apart some of these tents is going to help. Now I also have to start doing more exploring with additional people going to these facilities. I don't know what I need, but I know I need to get there somehow. And the guys over here, yeah, they're still working on building up the pier. They have all the resources, so eventually I'll be able to start shipping more people there as and when I find them. Speaking of, I have them here. I just don't exactly know how to get there, because it seems that a camp can't quite get there. Let's see. If I try an expedition. You, and you. I don't care for construction materials. I just want to see if I can find a spot to put down. And that's the tricky bit, because there seems to be no spot here. Which I don't quite get. I mean, I can send them here, but that's the other island. So how do I explore this? Is it possible to set up, like... this guy's over here. Explore, explore, explore. We've got 10 people working here, which is essentially way too many. Yeah. We're gonna start taking a few of the guys away from here, putting them there, and making sure that these people have at least something to do, so that we're gonna slowly start generating some plastics. Very slowly. I don't have enough rubbish as is. I want to have more people working here and there. Turn to science. Our clan's decided that we want society to focus on scientific research and develop more than anything else. And now we have this, we would like to have this on paper. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I know what that law does. Turn to science, this one. When clan relations are positive, it modifies their value by -5 each time they change, okay? For each 5 relics available in the stock, you gain 1 research every day. I only have 4, but we're slowly but steadily getting there. Now, I need 50 influence to get this thing done. If I give a speech, it's going to give me 15 influence. So let's do that. I'll give a speech about the great civilization from before the event. I'll talk about possibility what's possible under us, under my leadership. Remind them that I was appointed to be their leader. So basically do as I say. Or I'll say how everyone's independent. No. Most of my people are Burcode 3. I'm going to go with the Burcode 3 objective. 15 influence. The Oak Hill guys are upset. These guys are glad, and the other guys are glad. Excellent. I suspect this is now on a bit of a timeout. I cannot keep speeching all day long, and I need to wait for 3 days in order to set this law. But I now have the required amount of influence. So, now, can we get some people over to start exploring this? And I'm kind of afraid the answer is no. Because right now I don't have enough workers. So, let's see. You guys are/have explored over there. How can we get there? How do you get there? Because this does not work. The guys from here, they can't scout far enough. I mean, yeah, they can scout here, but that's about it. The guys from here can scout out to there, kind of. But I still feel like I'm not seeing enough to actually be able to set down. So how do I get to the building over there? I also need to search it using ropes. Right. Which I still don't have. What did I need to get the ropes again? Exploration. Climbing equipment. No, that's not what I need. Growth. Ropes production. But I need 15 research. I have 13, so I'm a little short, but not that much. Okay. Okay, over here we're building up our new housing blocks. Excellent. That already is a shack. Pass the law in 4 days, that's fine. I'll be able to get that done. They live too far. What are you talking about? Where do you people live then? All the way over there. Well, if you just give me a minute, I'll be able to get these buildings constructed. And you guys should have a nice new place, well, fairly nice place to live. It's not necessarily going to be ideal, but it's better than what you had. In the form of that, well, half-assed tent that I'm trying to build. As for the canteen, no materials. I think rubbish is very much limiting. Wood and planks, somewhat limiting, but I do have some planks getting constructed. No, I have scaffolding being constructed. I have way more scaffolding than I need. Let's turn them into standard operating mode. And seeing as I have some people free, might as well have them in there. Mr. Tambourine Man. What? Do you really not mind the noise made by that maddening fella? I mean, that little prick who joined with the last group? The one that walks around the settlement yelling and banging his tambourine? That's just the sound he likes. That's just what he sounds like. Okay, no, I'm not going to pronounce that. It's hard to focus on work. I know these people meant trouble. I'm pretty sure he does this on purpose, to make your leadership look ridiculous. I doubt it. Yeah, it's part of some bigger scheme with these new folks. If I were in charge, I'd do something about it. It's really not a good time to even think about it. There's no place for these kinds of antics in our settlement. We should officially confiscate the tambourine and discourage him from further performances. Or, you're in charge. You're a free person. You can talk with this boy and his people yourself as long as you respect his freedom. I think that's the most likely option. The Oak Hill guys are placated. These guys are placated. The commune and the Oak Hills are getting annoyed. It's not even their department, right? These people don't live here. They can stop complaining. Oh, crap, I need a bunch more resources to upgrade this storage. Because I think most of my storages are running rather full. Now the farm's complaining that they work too far away. What? There have been more and more violent incidents in our neighborhood lately. We're becoming kind of concerned in Oak Hill survivors. What? The Oak Hill survivors are segregated to their own island. So far, it's been mostly insults, some bruises, and a couple of black eyes, but the culprits were apparently talking about showing the leader's lapdogs how hard life in the wetlands can be. What the fuck? The leader's lapdogs? How can they even suggest things as preposterous as favoritism? This is Brooke III's doing. I'm sure of it. Punish selected people from both clans. There. Now I upset both of them. 38 people got upset. Well, tough luck. Okay, let's get that new law passed. That is a turn to science. Establish the law. And so it was written. Okay, that should placate these guys a bit. Very good. I gained 15 influence. The people got glad again. Excellent. These guys are really rebellious, though. Like bloody hell. What's your problem? What? All positions are filled. Yeah, no. Like, you people need to chill out and get to the canteen a bit more, because you're starting to get really quite annoying. I could just sell these, well, I could tell these people to piss off, but I don't think that's going to work too well, because I do need manpower. So I just can't just tell them to get away. That's sadly not going to work. Bloody hell. We're in pursuit of one Wilbur Whately. I heard he's been seen around here. He used to be a medic in the Camp Pines, where I'm the boss. He came several months earlier, claiming he's already researched a cure for the Black Chills, followed by a bunch of supposed survivors of the sickness. Yeah, I thought this smelled a bit odd. Not only did he not provide the cure, but the plague suddenly appeared in our community. We suspect the survivors spread it. He recently left with an even bigger group heading this way. The bastard. Even my sister got it. Seems like I made a mistake accepting Whately. Please take him away, or he's one of my people now and I won't turn him over to you. This is gonna placate the people from the Oak Hills. If this is a con man, I want nothing to do with him, and you can fuck off. One person left the settlement. 16 people from Oak Hill got glad, the other guys got upset. It's not that bad. It's basically mitigating the whole situation. The guys over here are a bit uneasy, Brookwood 3, but the rest of them should be able to get placated fairly quickly. I mean, yeah, they're a little ticked off right now, but that should go down, well, ideally before too long. Right, that's going to be it for this episode. Making progress, getting that additional clan in, getting a bit more organization going on this island, getting more people, and I'm now on 76 in total in my little community. Next episode, I want to continue on with the objectives. I want to go for the new expedition, and I want to go for the one over here, which is also going to require its own expedition, Stadium Ruins, in order to further the story. So plenty to do, and I hope you'll join me for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon for more episodes.